Okay, for the tail wheel assembly, I have chosen the Sullivan wheel. That's what this is right here. And how that works is you just mount it onto your tail bracket. I got 3 screws holding mine on, some nice screws. I got a real rough field, so I made sure that's not going anywhere. And what we have here is a little spring on a thing, and they give you a couple different sizes with the wheel. And basically, you're just going to take that wheel or that spring, and I cut out a little control tube, and I just slide the tube right onto that spring, and then I find a spot on the rudder where it's going to sit nice. And now I'm just going to rough up the tube with some sandpaper, and I've already ripped up some Monocoat off the bottom of the rudder, and I'm going to glue that right down on there. And then I'm going to take some Monocoat, yellow Monocoat, and I'll just wrap it over the top of it to blend it in, kind of. And you don't even need to do that, but I will anyway. It gives it a little extra security. And then you just slide that spring right back in there, or slide this spring right back in the tube, and that's what's going to steer the plane up. Now with the tube on this thing, you can get a little bit of a slop to it, sort of say. On a grass field, it doesn't really matter. There's so much rudder throw on this plane that it's not going to affect it at all. I use this Sullivan wheel with the same setup I'm going to do right now on my P-51 Mustang, and it tracks perfectly. But you can just take the end of the spring and make a little L bend in it, and then just go straight into the rudder if you want a little more solid of a connection, as far as not having as much slop in the back. So if you're on a paved runway, it might make a difference. I don't think it is. Okay, the Sullivan system is in, and there it is. So she'll turn the wheel as you turn, no problems. Then you got a little bit of spring there, so if anything's forced, usually the spring will pop out and you won't break anything. So it's a good system. Okay, I've also mounted the landing gear in the front. Just a 2-bolt system for me, 2 screws into the blind nuts, and all the tails are assembled. The wheels are. Okay, got the engine mounted, the fuel tank's in. Got the lines out. I need to get a muffler because I broke my last one. And she's just standing on all of her legs. It's a nice thing to see. She looks like with the canopy on her. It's not mounted down yet or anything, but I'm going to have to get a new one. That one's kind of beat up.